And now moving to South America, where tensions are rapidly escalating across the Caribbean as Venezuela and the United States edge closer and closer to a dangerous standoff. The situation follows a series of US airstrikes, sharp political statements from Washington and Caracas, and Venezuela's close ties with Russia that are once again coming into sharp focus. President Nicolás Maduro said Venezuela and Russia maintain ongoing military cooperation despite the growing tension between Caracas and Washington. In fact, the governments of Venezuela and Russia have signed numerous cooperation agreements covering trade, energy, education, military affairs, drug enforcement and security, including an intelligence and counterintelligence pact.
We have daily, ongoing communication with the Russian government on all issues, as we have many projects in development. This week, there was major news about military cooperation, something natural, since we've had 25 years of military collaboration.
A newly verified video by the Army Recognition Group shows Russian-built missile systems deployed near the Venezuelan capital. Oh wow, the system can target US fighter jets as well as Tomahawk cruise missiles. Experts say this marks a significant upgrade to Venezuela's defenses and poses a very real challenge for US air power in the region.
A huge number of Venezuelan cadets and officers have trained in Russia, and many Russian officers have come to Venezuela. This cooperation has been calm, steady, and very fruitful, and it will continue.
Now, in typical Russian fashion, the Kremlin is urging calm, even while providing defense systems to Caracas. Russia's TASS news agency reported Moscow's call for restraint in US-Venezuela relations, even as militaries of both nations appear to be edging closer and closer to a confrontation. Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro, in his weekly address on Monday, praised the UN Human Rights Commissioner for condemning recent US airstrikes in South America. The UN official has labelled the strikes carried out on alleged drug traffickers as unacceptable and a breach of international law. The UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, Volker Turk, has said that airstrikes by the United States of America on boats in the Caribbean and in the Pacific violate international human rights law. These attacks and their mounting human cost are unacceptable. Maduro hailed the statement as a step forward for international justice, saying the world needed a rights chief who defended global norms and challenged crimes threatening the Caribbean.
This is the kind of UN human rights chief the world needs. He is someone who defends international law, human rights, and stands against crimes like these that threaten the lives of Caribbean peoples and, most seriously, the peace and stability of our region.
However, the irony of Maduro's statements did not go unnoticed. Just months earlier, Venezuela's National Assembly had declared the same UN official persona non grata after he criticized alleged detentions and disappearances under Maduro's rule. Yet this week, Maduro aligned himself with the UN official's words as Washington faces mounting criticism for its expanding military campaign. According to US officials, the strikes in the Caribbean and Eastern Pacific aim to dismantle drug networks, and at least 15 US attacks have destroyed 14 boats and killed more than 60 people. Regional governments have accused Washington of conducting extrajudicial killings without offering proof that the victims were in fact smugglers, or even posed a threat to the United States.
I don't see this as a coincidence. No, sir, I see this as a great moment. This is causality. The people of Venezuela do not deserve to be under the threat and criminal siege of US imperialism.
President Donald Trump, in a 60 Minutes interview which aired on Sunday, downplayed talk of war but did warn that Maduro's days were numbered. And when asked if the US would actually go to war with Venezuela, Trump replied, "I doubt it. I don't think so." The Caribbean sits on a knife's edge with Russian missiles on alert, US warships on patrol, and both leaders trading threats. The world now watches closely, wondering which will come first, diplomacy or detonation. Want the facts? The latest developments? News that gets straight to the point? We've got all three, just for you.